What's up, guys? This is Brindle from Reddit here, from r/Pokemon League DS, and I've got a battle for you here. A gym battle against me, the Grass Gym Leader, by a user by the name of 21questions. So, looking at the team preview here, I see that he's got a lot of strong, hard-hitting things, but he doesn't have anything that really wants to take a Volt Switch. So I'm going to go ahead and lead off with my Rotom Cut. His name is Moses, and I'm just going to see what happens. So without further ado, here is the battle. And so he's going to lead off with his Salamence, which, I mean, I was kind of fearing it might be Scarf, you know, Moximence or something with Outrage, and it could just really wreck my team. So right here, I kind of thought about switching into my Ferrothorn, but I decided against it. I decided to just go for the Volt Switch. And seeing me Intimidate, it made me a little bit more comfortable going for the Volt Switch, because it made me think he was probably more bulky. But I mean, after this Volt Switch, look at how much damage that did. That did a lot. I mean, I know, like, it was stab and everything, but man, that was a lot. So I'm going to go straight into my Ferrothorn now, and he's going to go for an Earthquake. And this Earthquake, I mean, it does a lot. I'm especially defensive Ferrothorn. I'm not physically bulky at all. So I'm expecting him to switch out, because I think he might be locked into Earthquake. But he's not. He goes for a Fly, and I mean, Fly caught me off guard too. So he's going to come back down from Fly, and that's going to do a lot, because I did mention I am specially defensive. And after the Iron Barbs and the Rocky Helmet, that did a lot of damage. But I'm going to take this opportunity to set up my Stealth Rocks instead of just picking them off. And now, I know he's just going to try to pick me off with an Earthquake, so I decided to just go for Spikes just in case. But he goes for Fly again, and I mean, dude, come on, look at how little health I have. You could have just killed me with an Earthquake. So I'm going to get up a free layer of Spikes. And now he's going to come back down from Fly, and that is going to take me out. But after the Iron Barbs and the Rocky Helmet damage, he's also going to go down. So we're going to have a nice double down right here. And that Salamence is out of the way. Now, I mean, it is a shame that I lost my Ferrothorn, but it's not going to be too big of a deal because I got my rocks up, and that's all I needed. So I'm going to go straight back into Moses because still nothing wants to take a Volt Switch. So he's going to send in this Gengar, and I'm fearing a Scarf. So I don't want to try to trick it, because it might just have a Scarf, and then I would have wasted a turn and taken a hit. So I'm going to go straight for the Volt Switch. It turns out he's not Scarfed. So now I'm thinking maybe a Sub-Disable set. So I'm going to go out into Mount Turtle, because Mount Turtle is not affected by the Disable because he hasn't attacked yet. He has multiple hits that can break a Substitute, but the Gengar shows me Hypnosis. So now I'm really confused. So I just stay in, I go for the Rock Polish, but it doesn't matter because he puts me to sleep with Hypnosis. And now I feel really bad for Mount Turtle, because every time I try to use it, it just ends up being death fodder. It goes to sleep, it gets hit, and I never really get to use it. So I'm going to switch it out here, and I'm going to go straight back into Moses, because I know I can take one Shadow Ball, and I know I can pick him off. But he goes for the Dream Eater, and I mean, I guess that's a way to get back health, but I mean, I have a lot of things left for him to assume that I would stay in. So I'm going to be able to pick him off here with a Volt Switch, and Gengar's now down. So now, I have the advantage, 5-4. And I'm going to call back Moses, and I'm going to go into Dr. Breaky. And Dr. Breaky is just the MVP of this match, hands down. He's going to go into his Metagross, which, seeing what he has left, is probably the best play. So I'm kind of fearing a Meteor Mash or an Ice Punch, so I'm not going to try to set up right now. I'm just going to go straight for the Earthquake. And, I mean, if he had been pretty bulky, he could have taken this. I've seen Metagrosses take this. I'm not Choice Banded, I'm not Life Orb. I just completely take it out, indicating to me that he was a much more offensive set than bulky. So now he's going to go into Psy, his Alakazam, and I see that he takes Stealth Rock and Spikes damage. And I mean, that kind of caught me off guard, because why wouldn't you run Magic Guard? I mean, maybe you don't have one, but I mean, they're easy enough to get if you have Wi-Fi. So he's going to hit me with Psychic, and that does a lot. But Dr. Breaky's not done. She's going to be able to get off the Dragon Dance. And now, unless he's Scarfed, I'm going to be able to outspeed him. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Earthquake. And that's going to clean take out the Alakazam. Now, I get a crit here. I'm pretty sure it didn't matter because, I mean, it's an Alakazam. I could probably have taken it out with a Tackle. But he's going to send in his Zapdos now. And Zapdos is going to get hit with those rocks. And because of those rocks, I'm pretty sure I can one-shot it with a Rock Slide. I mean, if it had been fully physically bulky, it might have been able to take it, but definitely not after rocks. So this Zapdos is just going to get destroyed. And now, he's only got one Pokemon left. He's got his Houndoom left. And I mean, I'm kind of fearing the Sucker Punch here. Because if he has the Sucker Punch, he can take out Dr. Breaky, and then he might be fast. He'll be faster than everybody except Moses, and he might be able to do some damage to Moses. But it turns out he does not have the Sucker Punch, and Dr. Breaky's just going to be able to wreck him with a +1 outrage. And that will be the game. So if you like what you see, or you think that you can do better and you think you can take me on, send a challenge to me over at r/PokemonLeagueDS on Reddit, and have a good day, guys.